Okay, we're now into the final training module for the virtual doll set. And what I want to show you in this module is how to import your own clip art. So basically what I wanted to do first is get your own hair. So we'll cancel out the hair that's currently being used and she will go bald. And I've got my hair saved over here. So this is how it would normally look. In fact, when you first get here, it will actually, well, there you go. It will be like that if you've imported your own clip art, unless you import it as a pin. And we want to take it over as a pin. A pin means, if you select the eraser, it means there's no background. We need to select the layer, by the way, to do that. The other alternative is just to turn off that layer. Once you've got rid of the background and it's just the image, you right-click on the image and drag it down. Once you've done that, you need to go to Edit and Copy Merged, not Edit Copy, because Edit Copy, which is Control-C, would only grab that layer. So in this case, it would only grab a bunch of nothing. Or if you had it on this layer, it would only grab the hair. But you want to make sure that it's making the hair and the transparent background is coming over with you. Go back to this one. Make sure you've opened up your hair box and actually create a new layer. So I made sure it sat where I wanted the layer. When you open a new layer, it will open it on top of the one that is existing. So I put in the top hair one. I'm going to double click that. I'm going to type in my hair. Okay, and I've selected that row, so that's what it's now going to dump into when I hit Control V. Now the only reason it's not showing is because I haven't selected visibility. Once I select visibility, it's up. Okay, there's my hair. Control T means I can move it around the page. And I can also, while I've got it here, I can change it, make it bigger, make it wider, make it heavier. I can even turn it. I can do any of those things once I've got this window open. And to accept those changes, you just hit the tick up here. So once you've accepted the change and you say, I'm happy with that, we'll close down the hair. So that's the first way you can bring in your own clip art, is you actually open the document, you go over and you select it and you copy merged over into your document. The second one is you can actually place it in, because when I did that one then, I'd actually opened another document and copied it and brought it over. In this case, I'm going to place it straight into my document. So when you hit place, I should show you that again. File, place. When you hit place, just go grab that item that you want to place and control and just double click on it, sorry. Now notice it's put it here just under accessories, so it's not actually accessory. Oh, let me look at a minute. It's not actually in accessories, it's like a group of its own. So let's say for instance I wanted this in accessories. Open up accessories and now drag it into accessories like that. It's now in accessories. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you something really important now. Now as you can see, it's gone on top of everything, and that's because of where it's placed. Okay, so I said put it in accessories, but unfortunately in accessories it's the top of our food chain. We need to get it right down underneath everything else in order to have a show. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. I also want to change the size of it. So if you've selected the one that you are in, where did I dropped it into body. Okay, I don't know if that is really smart, but I think I'll move it down to here. There we go. I've now got it in the standalone page. Because I've highlighted this, if I say Control T, it's going to grab the bounding box and I can now change it and it doesn't affect the rest of the page. So tick. And if you notice this is really important. See how it's a little document in a document there? That means it's a smart object. So it means I can't edit it here. I have to open the object within the object and then edit it. So if I'll give you an example so you understand what I'm saying. See how I've selected bucket? Normally if I select a layer I can go and drop paint, but notice it's a little zero, so I can't use it. That's because it's a smart object. So what I need to do is either raster size there, so you just hit right click, raster size. If I raster size it, that will go. I'll show you because I'll just undo it. There you go, it's gone. And now my paint bucket will work. See? Control Z, get rid of that. Let's make it nice lemon colour. Very fancy. And that's how you do it. So I'll go back to before I rastised it. And here's my smart object again. So double click on the smart object and it tells you after you edit it, you have to save it. In reality, what's happened is it has now created a copy of this to go here that's not in my normal file document. It's actually made a copy of that document here. So here I am here and I can edit this here, no problem. So I hit Control S to save it. And notice now if I go back in my document, it's changed the colour. And as I said, then you could rasticize it there and then you could change it here. But you might want to have that flexibility to do it over here. I don't know. That's up to you. It's very easy to do either way. So that's that thing. Now the last thing I want to show you is another easy way to edit your pages, the backgrounds. I'm gonna select a quick background. I'm just trying to find the one I had. Oh, there it is. Wood. All I'm going to do is dump it in. Okay, so now I've got a nice new background. Now where has it landed in my document? So it's actually landed under rooms. Oh, nearly. It's not in the group, so I'm going to put it in the group. It's not letting me do anything because I've got a ticket. When you can't get around, you'll probably find it's asking you to improve it. I'll get rid of that cover just by hiding it into rooms, and I will grab that wood and put it into rooms. Right at the top, I'll keep the table above it so the table will still work. I'll show you in a minute. Because I've got it highlighted, same thing, Control T means I can now move it around inside the room. That was pretty easy, wasn't it? So I could have Control opened, I could have placed it, or I could have dumped it straight from the desktop, which is what I did in this example. And once you do that, you say accept, and it's done. Notice here it's made it a smart object. Same thing, I'll get this, can't do anything, double click on it, yes, okay, fine. Now I can change this, and I say Control S, and look what's happened over here. She's now changed. I decided I want my table and chair. See my table and chair doesn't quite align up with the wall. I don't know if you can see that. Control plus will help you zoom in, or Control minus, zoom out. It's very frustrating with a very small screen. Okay, see the desk, the chair, it hits above the curve. So what I want to do is I actually want to move that. So I need to make sure I've selected table chair. I'm in that row, and now I Control T, and I can turn it down, and I can say OK. Now on the other hand, I may have said, look, you know, that just doesn't look right, so I'll go back one move, and what I'll do is I'm in wood, and I'm going to do Control T, and I'm going to just drag out a bit so I can get more perspective, and I'm going to move it up manually. Okay, that's it. So I can file and save as a JPEG, or if I don't want any background, I would probably want it to be a neutral background, which case I need to get rid of that. So that's a transparent background. So I was going to place that in a banner, and I want the image behind the banner to come up. That's what I would be doing. I think that's about it. That's importing your own clip art and moving it around and changing it a bit when you're in there, getting it into the appropriate table once it's in there, just to keep it tidy. You can rename it, remember, just by double clicking you can rename these things. These are actual groups which are down here. That's a group. I've just created a new group, and to get things into groups you just drag them in, and that's a new layer within your group. So I'll just go back because I don't want them. I reckon that's about it. I might sign off there at katesforum.com. Please come if you have any questions or queries, and I will do everything I possibly can to help you. Okay, good luck with your adventures, and I can't wait to see how people go with it. Bye.